Good afternoon. Grace and peace to each of you. I am Reverend Gwendolyn Collins-Derrick, and I am honored to stand before you on today on behalf of the Center for Black Faith, Leadership, and Transformation. As the bishop said, the office is at Phillips Theological Seminary in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this moment, I believe, is more than a report. It is a reflection of the work that God is doing among us, through us, and beyond us. It is a testimony of faith and action and a vision for what is still unfolding. I am asked quite often, what is the name of this position that you have, and what in the world do you do? Well, I'm hoping at this time that I'll be able to share some of that with you today, that you have understanding. But my first job was learning to be able to tell people what the name of the center was. But I share this with you. The Center for Black Faith, Leadership, and Transformation is committed to strengthening the visibility and the vitality and effectiveness of the United Methodist Church within African American communities across Oklahoma Conference. At its core, our work is relational, it is transformational, and is deeply rooted in faith. We are committed to cultivating meaningful relationships that build trust and unity, and developing strategic partnerships grounded in justice, faith, and shared purpose. Through this work, we seek to nurture spiritual growth, strengthen congregations, and expand the church's witness in communities where African American faith continues to shape ministry and leadership. And let me be clear, this is more than just institutional work. This is spiritual work. It is the work of nurturing congregations where faith is not only preached, but it is lived. It is work of strengthening communities where resilience has always been present, but now must be supported, resourced, and sustained. It is the work of honoring the rich heritage of African American faith, a heritage that has always found a way to rise, to reimagine, rebuild what is possible through God. And the center frames this year's theme, what is love? Through a theological lens. We begin with Christ's love, not as an abstract idea, but as a guiding force for ministry. From that foundation, we engage 4 of the 5 dream initiatives. The first being the Dream 2. Under Dream 2, the center intentionally equips the congregations for renewed strength and purpose. And I'm talking about revitalized congregations. And by what we do, we provide training opportunities, ministry resources, and strategic guidance that enhances discipleship and community engagement. We are especially excited about a $10,000 grant we received from the Racial Ethnic Local Church Concerns Committee. And what these funds will do, it will provide leadership training that focuses on historic Black churches within our conference and beyond. And these workshops, what they will do, they will equip leaders with tools that are both practical and prophetic, tools that will strengthen churches for generations to come. And then poverty. This is one that particularly excites me. Dream 3, impacting poverty. What we do is a lot of community engagement, where churches are encouraged to host events in the community such things as back-to-school rallies, for example, where school supplies are given to families that are in need. We provide free haircuts, and we say, what if love? But what if love? Can you just imagine a mother that weeps with gratitude because her child was able to receive a haircut for the first time in their life, and some of them were maybe the ages of 10 to 12 years old? And healthy churches. Recently, what we did, healthy churches, the center hosted an event where the director of the Alzheimer Association came out and spoke with us. And also, Kurt Karras is another organization that the center has partnered with. And what they provide for us are explaining those health things that affect and impact the African American communities. And we know in order to have healthy churches, we need some healthy people to fill our churches. And I know Dr. Belize already told me I had to stick to a script. I like to talk, Bishop, but I'm coming to, I want to explain this and really tell you just what the center does. So I'm moving also in lieu of the theme, what if love? Also, the center exercises a 5-point thrust I share with you. And the first one being spiritual empowerment. We provide opportunities for growth through worship, Bible study, and a weekly radio show, Elevating Faith. K-Bob 89.9 FM. And it is hosted by yours truly, Pastor Gwen. Yes, and our goal is to deepen. Our goal is to deepen faith, connect with, and build communities and strengthen relationships with God. We have the leadership development. Secondly, here, we aim to equip leaders through workshops, mentorships, and conferences. Community engagement, I mentioned that earlier, but that community engagement, I believe, is like is the driving point for the center, because it is so meaningful to go out into the communities. It is better to go into the community rather than say, come to me. And so community engagement plays a vital role, I say, in the center, in that I'm able to go into the community, partner with other local agencies that are also doing those things that make discipleships and meet the needs of people who are unable to help themselves, that are in need. And those are just some of the things I do, but also social justice and advocacy. We address issues such as health disparities, educational inequalities, and the center also administers the intercultural development inventory assessment as well. And we had recently where the 5 historically black churches in the Oklahoma Conference came together in a gathering to recognize their resiliency and memorialize the event with a picture in front of the Claire Looper Plaza. And so I say unto you, together, the What If Love, 5 Dreams, and the 5-point thrust framework strengthen the mission. They position the Center for Black Faith and Leadership Transformation to grow the impact of the Black church, cultivate faithful leaders, and transform communities through the love of Christ. As I bring this report to a close, we return to the question, what if love? What if love is not just what we say, but what we do? What if love becomes the strategy? What if love becomes the structure? What if love becomes the standard? The work of the Center for Black Faith and Leadership Transformation is rooted in that very question. And through that lens, we see stronger churches, empowered leaders, and transformed communities. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your commitment. And thank you for believing in the power of ministry that transforms lives. May we continue not to just ask the question, but to live the answer, what if love. May God bless your ministries more than you could ask or imagine. Thank you, Bishop and this ends a report from the Center for Black Faith Leadership and
Reverend Collins-Derrick, we're grateful. I understand that today is your birthday, and we are grateful that you were born. We are grateful that God made you special. Is today your birthday? And she's wearing her boots. Okay. So, all right. It is your birthday? Yes. Are we just reminding you now? Yes. Well, we're so grateful for you, and thank you for your spirit and your joy that you bring to this work. Amen.